Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for this Women's Super League match between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur at Leigh Sports Village. Manchester United come into today's match following a defeat to Brighton last time out in the league. 3 points very much needed for them to stay in the hunt for a Champions League place, with Arsenal battling alongside them for that spot. They face Tottenham, who have never in fact beaten Manchester United. Spurs are winless in their last 8 league matches, their longest run without a victory since being promoted to the top flight. So let's have a look at the results and fixtures from round 20 of the Women's Super League, which actually got underway midweek with the top of the table clash between Manchester City and Chelsea, which ended in a riveting 2-2 draw. Chelsea are back in action later today for their Champions League semi-final first leg tie away to Bayern Munich. Yesterday, Aston Villa were held to a 2-2 draw following a late comeback by Bristol City, highlights of which we will bring you at half-time. Our game, Manchester United against Tottenham, kicks off today's proceedings at 12:30. We are followed by two 2 o'clock kickoffs. Arsenal face Brighton and Birmingham City take on Reading. The last match of the day sees West Ham at home to Everton at 3 o'clock. And the Barclays WSL table currently looks like this. Reigning champions Chelsea remain at the top, still only 2 points clear of Manchester City in second. Arsenal and Manchester United are neck on points in 3rd and 4th place respectively, but crucially Arsenal have that game in hand. Tottenham sit in 8th, Aston Villa and Bristol City are in the bottom 2, tied on points, with Villa's superior goal difference keeping them out of the relegation zone. Well, time to hear the thoughts of both of today's managers, starting with the Manchester United boss, Casey Stoney. She's been speaking to Ailey Barber.
Casey, coming off a really big win in the FA Cup, but today all about the WSL, all about trying to finish in that 3rd place and all about trying to bring, I imagine, some consistency back to results as the season comes to an end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a disappointing 6 weeks for us in terms of results. You know, we've looked at it, reflected, and we know we need to be better. And we've prepared well today to make sure we are better.
Nice to see as well a few names back amongst the squad today.
Yeah, obviously it's great when you've got everybody available to pick from, and we've added 2 more today in terms of Alessia Russo and Leah Galton being fit again. Gives us a little bit more firepower.
What is the message to your players? How much do you talk about finishing in that 3rd place? How much do you make Champions League football a target as this season, sort of the last few games of this season?
Obviously it was a target at the beginning of the season. We now know it's out of our hands, but we have to control what we can, and that's picking up 3 points in all games, and that starts today. We know we have to be at our best. We know Tottenham can be an organised side. They're coming off a good result, obviously, against Reading last week, so we know it's going to be difficult, but I think we go into this game with confidence. We go into this game with a desire to make sure we get maximum points.
You come up against a Manchester United team trying to finish in that 3rd place and get Champions League football, but with a bit of inconsistent form as well in the WSL. How do you approach and what do you expect from today?
Well, I think that, you know, obviously they've got to go for everything, haven't they, you know, to try and get that Champions League spot. So we expect a tough test. We're obviously in a situation where we want to be getting consistent performances. That's kind of a big message for us for the remainder of the season. So I think, you know, for us, we've just got to focus on what we need to do to try and get out of the points that we want to get.
Well, I'm delighted to say the former Tottenham captain, Jenna Schillaci, who spent 12 years at the club, is alongside me for this one. And Manchester United fans, Jenna, will be delighted to see this woman starting once again, having missed their last league game with a knock.
Definitely, she brings a whole wealth of experience back into that front line for them. She's ruthless in front of goal, and you know, she scores all types of goal. And in a game where they need the 3 points, it's a great boost for them to have Christine Press back in the team.
And Tottenham are also welcoming back a big player from the get-go as well, Ashley Neville, starting for the first time since the end of January after injury.
It's great. It's a big boost to have Ash back. She's been, I think the team have really missed her in recent weeks. We got a glimpse of what she does bring to the team last week, where she came on to assist the winning goal in the FA Cup. So yeah, brilliant to have her back in the starting lineup.
So Casey Stoney of Manchester United, knowing the importance of this match. Such heritage she had with Arsenal as a player. But now, as Manchester United manager, she is hoping to pip them to that final Champions League place. So Manchester United with the chance to leapfrog Arsenal in the Women's Super League table, at least temporarily, and move up into third and that final Champions League place. They are up against Tottenham at Leigh Sports Village in Manchester. This is their 6th meeting since United reformed 3 years ago, and ominously for the visitors, United have won every single encounter between these two sides since then. The former Tottenham captain Jenna Schillaci is alongside me, and Jenna, a good record against Tottenham then for Manchester United, but their recent form has been inconsistent in the Women's Super League.
Yeah, they've obviously had a bit of a blip in their results, for inconsistent results since the turn of the year. But, you know, as Casey said in her interview, this is a big game for them and they have to control the controllables, and that's their own performances. They can't be looking around and just relying on Arsenal to drop points. They need to control what they can control, and I think they'll start that today.
Well, Tottenham take to the field at Leigh Sports Village, followed by Manchester United. Tottenham sitting 8th in the Women's Super League. They know that if they avoid defeat today, then effectively they will guarantee their survival because of their vastly superior goal difference over Bristol City. And Jenna, I mean, they have that comfortable buffer anyway, 5 points between themselves and the relegation zone. Tottenham, a lot of teams who do have some games in hand on them, would have to slip up.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a situation where we never thought we would be. But again, I think, you know, pick up 3 points today and they're comfortable and they're safe, and, you know, we go again at the start of next season with a good pre-season. But we just need to control our own results and not rely on other teams dropping points around them.
So, two-time World Cup winner Kristen Press returns for Manchester United in their only change from their FA Cup thumping of third-tier Burnley. Leah Galton and Alessia Russo are welcome additions to the bench after injury. Russo hasn't played since mid-October. Influential defender Ashley Neville makes her first start for Tottenham since the end of January after injury. She is in for Esther Morgan, while Josie Green replaces Abby McManus, who's on loan from Manchester United and therefore ineligible. Those their two changes from their FA Cup extra time win over Reading. Abby McManus on loan from Manchester United. Jenna, how much of a miss will she be today for Tottenham?
I think the back line for Tottenham, I think it's been quite an inconsistent this turn since the start of the season in January. I think it'll be a miss in terms of that she's built up a good relationship now with Zadorsky, but Kennedy filling in for her. She's a versatile player and she is actually a centre-back at heart, so I think it'll be like for like in that sense. So hopefully we won't miss her too much.
Yeah, she's done such a job, Alana Kennedy, largely in midfield for Tottenham. So impressed after arriving initially on loan from Orlando Pride, made that move permanent in January. And we mentioned the likes of Kristen Press coming across, having signed that one-year deal. But it's encouraging to see players like Zadorsky, like Alana Kennedy, perhaps a little further down the pecking order, but moving over from the NWSL over to the WSL in England. From a WSL perspective, the league is going from strength to strength.
Of course, and that's what everybody wanted for this league. This league is now the league that people want to come from. Years ago, it would be players leaving England to go abroad, but now you see the reverse is happening, and it's a credit to all the hard work that's gone on with everyone involved in the WSL.
So it will be Manchester United to get us underway. The chance to move 3 points clear of Arsenal. And at the start of this match, the players take the knee. The ongoing fight against racism continues. So Arsenal meet Brighton later. Arsenal, crucially, will still have a game in hand at the end of play today, but vital for Casey Stoney's Manchester United to put the pressure on the Gunners. Tottenham sit 8th. They know if they avoid defeat, as we mentioned, due to that superior goal difference, they will have effectively secured survival with 2 games to play and can focus all of their attention once again on looking up the table rather than down. Manchester United looking for a bright start. The ball looking for the run of Hansen over on that far side. Early touches for Tottenham. Here is Kennedy slotting into that back line. Manchester United win back possession. Here is press. Now Toon. Good foot in, dispossesses the Manchester United midfielder, and Tottenham will try and spring the counter. And they'll win the set piece as well.
I think we'll see a lot of that today. Ball into Rachel Williams. She's only recently just back into the squad after an unfortunate start due to injuries, but her first thought is always direct and forward, and she's so powerful. So I think Tottenham will use her a lot during this game.
Yeah, she scored her first goal for the club, Rachel Williams, in the FA Cup last match against Reading. Lovely strike as well. Such an experienced player. As the decision goes Manchester United's way. And Tottenham will pick it back up here. This could be dangerous for Manchester United. Here is Jessica Naz. No yellow shirt in there to convert. Manchester United will try and spring the counter, but that was a good opportunity for Tottenham. And a few loose passes going astray, Jenna.
Yeah, that's the kind of areas you want to get Kit Graham on the ball, in and around that penalty area. I wondered if she could have just got a strike off instead of playing that extra pass into Jess. But those areas and Kit Graham on the ball is very dangerous. So just wonder if she could have taken the strike herself. A very unselfish play from Kit there.
Well, Lucy Staniforth of Manchester United has been penalised there, going in with Josie Green. She's a tough cookie, Josie Green. As Rianne Skinner watches on, Tottenham's head coach since November, after joint head coaches Karen Hills and Juan Amoros left the club, had been in charge for so long. And over your 12 years there, Jenna, coaches that you know incredibly well and have done so much in getting Tottenham to this stage, into the top flight for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. I obviously worked under them for many, many years. Good friends as well of mine, and I know the work that they put in behind the scenes to get Tottenham to where they are today, and it's full credit to them and their hard work and a lot of people behind the scenes.
Manchester United on the counter. Here is Kristen Press. Early shot saved by Spencer. Well, that's so important for Tottenham to keep things tight early on. It's what they didn't do against Manchester City in their last league game. And on this occasion, Spencer equal to Press's effort.
Absolutely. I think Tottenham just need to be careful when they are pressing high. The danger then is that there's a lot of space in behind, and Man United have that pace, and Ella Toon who can play them balls in behind. So hopefully that will just wake them up a little bit on the back line for Tottenham.
Yes, they will need all that experience of Alana Kennedy and Shalina Zadorsky. And important for Becky Spencer to get an early stop in as well. She's had a couple of shaky moments in recent games.
Yeah, exactly. That will do a wonder for her confidence as well. She's an excellent shot stopper, but has had a few little mistakes, little blips in the last couple of matches.
Here is Rachel Williams using that strength again to good effect. Naz. Now an opportunity for Cho. Breaks down for Tottenham. Manchester United under pressure though, give the ball away. Here is Williams again. Good power. Naz has it taken off her toes by Staniforth. Manchester United want the free kick, not forthcoming, but they do manage to clear their lines.
Again, another glimpse of just how effective Rachel Williams is up top. She's so strong. Remember when she came on against Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, she really changed that game and put pressure, and her presence up top was causing Arsenal some problems towards the end of the match.
And Manchester United are being posed some problems early on in this game with Tottenham's high press. Very bright start, Jenna, from Tottenham. Certainly the application that Rianne Skinner would have wanted to see.
Absolutely. I think they'll come into the match off the confidence of winning against Reading in the FA Cup in extra time.
Here come Manchester United, though. Space at the far post, and Hansen can't reach it.
Just a little bit too much on that ball. I think Ash, her body positioning could have been a bit better there.
And again, we're seeing the brightness of Ella Toone.
Ella Toone will do that all day. She's a player I love to watch. She's a real box-to-box. She likes to sit in between the midfield and join the midfield in the attack up with her through ball. She's got great vision. Second ball there in the opening 5 minutes from Ella Toone.
Diving header will break to Rachel Williams. Batcher does well to cover. But again, the yellow shirts committing forward at every opportunity. Josie Greens sends the header out of play for a Manchester United throw.
It's a bright start from Tottenham. I just hope that they can keep this press up, or they pick their times to press so aggressively, because I think 90 minutes is a long time to press like that. And I think in past matches, been guilty of, you know, concentrating for patches in matches but not carrying it through for the whole 90 minutes.
Well, that's it, isn't it, Jenna? We mentioned that very impressive FA Cup extra time win that Rianne Skinner's side had in their last match against Reading, a side sitting above them in the WSL. They'd have taken so much confidence from that game, and it's as if they've picked up from where they left off at the end of extra time, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you know, that result was a long time coming. I think that they've been putting in the performances of late, but they just have really struggled to get the game over the line and put the ball in the net and come away with the points. And it's been the same old story. So them 3 points will be massive for the team.
Lovely ball out from Spencer. Dean underneath it for Tottenham. Battier would allow it to bounce out. She's another player who's impressed this season for Manchester United. Ona Battier, still just 21 years old, the Spain international. Here is Millie Turner. Scored the winner against Tottenham in October. Manchester United took a while to break Tottenham down on that occasion as well. Can they fashion a chance here? Here is Hansen getting past Neville. And it is the opener for Manchester United. And there is the clinical scorer once again.
Disappointed from Tottenham there. I think they've switched off in the middle of the park. Christine Press started the move, dropping into a pocket to receive the ball. Got a 2v1 on the outward. It's a great drive into the byline and cut back. But Ella Toone is just free there. Lost her marker. Questionable defending from Tottenham. I think they'll be really disappointed after the bright start.
Well, it's her 8th goal of the season for Ella Toone. She netted last match against Burnley in the FA Cup.
Just looking at that back, Ella Toone's just free in the box, just made the run at the back post. Nobody's picked her up, and now they've been punished.
So despite Tottenham's bright start, first blood to Manchester United. And as things stand, that will move them up into 3rd in the WSL, into that final Champions League place. 3 points ahead of Arsenal, who play Brighton later today. Arsenal will still have a game in hand at the close of play today. Well, she might not be overly happy with the way that they've started this game in terms of play and possession, Casey Stoney. She'll be very happy with the scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely. They haven't really had that much possession of the ball, but the chance that they have had, they've taken it, and that is the difference, and has been Tottenham's problem in recent games.
Here is Zellum for Manchester United, again well pressured. Will break kindly this time for the home side, but Tottenham's game plan remains unchanged as Smith won't keep that in. Amy Turner closed down quickly, goes down as well. Appeal, half an appeal to referee Christiana Hattersley. Manchester United will bring it forward, press won't trap it. Back by Neville, all the way to Spencer.
Just seen Press come in again, dropping in that pocket to receive, and was free again if she could have just got that ball under control. So still Tottenham haven't clicked on to the fact that she's dropping in to receive the ball.
And they need to be careful there, Tottenham. Good closing down. Here is Staniforth. Tumbles over. Again, nothing doing by referee Hattersley. Manchester United just slip from Sigsworth. But again, a loose touch, this time from Zadorsky. And the game's turned on its head, hasn't it, Jenna?
It has, and Tottenham are looking a little panicky on the ball. They just need to get the ball moving again, get some confidence, look after the ball when they do have possession and start their game plan again.
Toon won't find Sigsworth. And Harrop will wait for Tottenham. Another one of those players that brings so much experience to this Spurs lineup, Keris Harrop.
Yeah, again, she's been another player that's been in and out of that back line, and I just feel with a defensive back line, it's connections and consistency are key for a strong defence, and I just feel that's where Tottenham have struggled. Just getting that consistency along the back line, and then up top also there's quite a few changes, but I think that's to be expected with a new manager coming in. She's still, working out the best 11 for each game. So I think with time, with anything where change is involved, it takes a bit of time for everything to gel and click.
Toon takes charge for Manchester United. Foul by Green.
I think that'll be a good battle in there, Green and Toon. They're both similar in the sense that they're relentless in hunting down that ball.
Well, she is Manchester United's all-time leading goal scorer, Ella Toon, since reforming. Out-and-out top scorer this season, and now they're top scorer in the league as well, out-and-out. Away by Neville for Tottenham. Another loose ball, almost playing Tottenham into trouble. Here is Kennedy, closed down well by Hansen. And a poor clearance out by Spencer. Again, Tottenham causing problems for themselves. Neville with a block from Staniforth's cross.
Really need to tidy it up at the back. Too many loose passes, taking too much time to shift the ball, to move the ball, making it easy for Man United, gifting the ball to them in dangerous areas.
Staniforth forward. Here is Cho. But again, Neville can't trap it. And Tottenham look as though they are architects of their own downfall here at the moment. As you say, Jenna, they need to get a foot on the ball and get hold of this game, because Manchester United are in the ascendancy. Here is Kristen Press.
Yeah, absolutely. It just seems a bit of panic in their own penalty area. They just need to get someone down there to lead it, calm the team down, just get comfortable on the ball, keep the ball moving, keep possession. Like you say, not gifting Man United the ball back in dangerous areas.
Well, they're without a win, Tottenham, in their last 8 league games. That is their longest winless run since being promoted to the top flight a couple of seasons ago, and they were on the ropes here. They've conceded a set piece in a very good position for Manchester United.
Manchester United pressing so aggressively. Tottenham haven't got a chance to get the ball out of their own area. Manchester United, the front three there, are just pressing absolutely everything, and now free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, Cho is not incredibly impressed with that decision, but a free kick it is for Manchester United. So here is the Tottenham wall organising itself. The Manchester United wall is currently in front of Becky Spencer. Certainly the required 1 metre from the wall, but certainly impeding the goalkeeper's vision. And now they leave. And now Manchester United aren't happy with the placement of the Tottenham wall. You can hear the shout. She's not 10 yards. Hattersley is happy though, while referee and Katie Zelem is absolutely not. The Manchester United skipper refusing to take this free kick.
I couldn't help but think that was part of their free kick manoeuvre there. I thought it was part of the plan. Seems a lot of confusion.
Well, Hattersley's decided that she's happy, so she's saying to Katie Zelem, I've made my decision. I've told you to get on with it, so get on with it. Manchester United won't have any other option. So now it's Zelem, it's into that wall, and Spencer won't prevent the corner.
Yeah, the wall's done its job there.
And it was the section of the wall, I suppose, that was a little bit further back for Tottenham.
Yeah, just come off Ash there.
So Manchester United corner. And again, Hattersley has spotted something here. Manchester United corner. High and looping and away by Tottenham. Toon will send it back in. And that is a beautiful header from Kristen Press. Back in the starting lineup. Back amongst the goals. Kristen Press doubles Manchester United's advantage, 2-0.
That was a great ball into the danger area there. Tottenham again second to react to the clearance, and they've been punished again. A lovely headed ball into the back of the net from Kristen Press. Again, she's free, no one's touched tight to her. No challenge on. A lovely header into the bottom corner.
Her 4th goal of the season for the USA international. And Manchester United taking charge of this game.
You can't leave a player like Kristen Press free in the penalty area there. It was a really good delivery, and she didn't have much work to do, just had to guide the ball into the bottom corner.
Well, there was so much excitement about her arrival, wasn't there, last summer? Kristen Press, Tobin Heath, who unfortunately for Manchester United is out for the rest of the season. Do you think we will see them staying in the WSL next season, Jenna?
I'd like to think we would. I think players like that in the WSL, you know, it just makes this league so much stronger, and the quality that they bring. They're world class, you know, World Cup winners, and they're the type of players that we want in this league.
Here is Hansen to Staniforth. Cleared away by Neville. But again, well blocked by Manchester United, who are in complete control now. Staniforth. Zelem. Press wasn't anticipated by Smith, and Tottenham will have the goal kick.
We're really seeing Manchester United grow into this game, and that's what they've done in so many games of late. They're just really coming alive after that first goal. I think Tottenham are second to everything at the moment.
Staniford forward. Toon well dispossessed by Tottenham. Here come Manchester United again, though. There's this ball cut out by Kennedy, who steps up into that midfield, taking charge. Both sets of players appeal. And the throw will go Tottenham's way. Just talking about press and Heath and the decisions that they have to make, Jenna, we know the Champions League is such a draw for players in the NWSL. They get to show the quality like that on the European stage. How much might their decisions depend on Manchester United's qualification or not for Europe's top competition?
You know, I think it would be a big factor. I think that might have been a part of the selling point when they did come. But I think, you know, Manchester United is a great club. I mean, it's a world-class club. They've come into it when they're babies, really, Man United, in this WSL league. And to do what they've done so far in such a short amount of time, I think if they don't make it this year in the Champions League, I think it's only a matter of time until they do it. With the quality they've got, you know, the plan they've got, Casey Stoney, the vision, the players that they've got, I can't see it being long before they are in the Champions League.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it, Jenna? They only reformed 3 seasons ago. Spent that first season in the Championship, won promotion, finished a very impressive 4th last season, and are now battling Arsenal for that final Champions League spot. Chelsea and Manchester City, the top 2, have already qualified for the Champions League next season, but that 3rd spot is still open.
I think they're disappointed because they did get off to such a good start to get themselves into this position at the beginning of this season. I think now, where they've dropped a few points, they've had injuries, I think they're hard on themselves, but, you know, they've got big expectations. They want that 3rd spot. But I think if they don't get it, they shouldn't beat themselves up too much. I mean, there's teams that have been in this league for years and they're nowhere near breaking into that top 3. So, you know, I think big things to come from this team, and just going back to where they were formed. I remember they came into our league when it was Tottenham and Manchester United going to win promotion. So to see how far they have come on is incredible.
Toon away for Manchester United. The opening goal scorer back there defending. She really does put in a shift, Ella Toon, all around the pitch. Good little spell this for Tottenham. Can they find a way back into this game against a side whom they have never failed to lose to? It's their 6th encounter since the reforming of Manchester United. Here is Graham. Half a shout for handball, not given. And now Manchester United will spring the counter. Good block to prevent it from the captain, Shalina Zadorsky. Does it feel strange, Jenna Schillaci, watching somebody else wearing the armband for Tottenham? 12 years you had at the club.
It always feels weird watching the girls, and, you know, Zadorsky, from what I've seen of her, she looks like a leader, and Rianne's obviously put her trust in her. She leads from the back, and, you know, she's an experienced player, and she's the type of person you'd like to lead the team. But yeah, it is always weird for me, having spent so much time there. But, you know, I get to watch them now and be a fan. Obviously, I'm neutral today.
We'll let you off. 12 years at the club is a long time. Yes, Zadorsky given the captaincy by Rianne Skinner. Along with Alana Kennedy, joining permanently in January from Orlando Pride after a successful loan spell. Canada international. That quality really is seeping through all levels of the WSL. Can now show her quality here for Tottenham, up against Smith. Gets the ball across. There's nobody there for Tottenham.
Good drive there from Jess
allow it to roll
Naz.
out.
Just nobody on the back post there to meet the ball. But just a little spell of what she can do, that change of pace down the wings.
Another shout for handball goes unheeded by referee Christiana Hattersley. Manchester United won't bring it away though. Graham can't keep things moving for Tottenham in the right direction. Well, Manchester United look so well poised for Champions League football for so much of this season. They didn't lose a league game until mid-January. That was the defeat against current leaders and defending champions Chelsea, but they have now lost 5 of their last 9 league games to really leave the door open for Arsenal. And as things stand, they would be moving 3 points clear of the Gunners in the table into that final Champions League spot, up to 3rd. Arsenal, who play Brighton later today, and Arsenal, who crucially will still have a game in hand at the conclusion of proceedings today.
I think that'll be a really interesting game later on today, Arsenal-Brighton. I think Brighton have taken teams off of, taken points off the top teams this season, and they can beat anyone on their day.
Indeed, they're the only side to beat Chelsea in the league this season, Brighton.
They go about their business very quietly, Brighton, but they have put in some top performances this season.
Sigsworth underneath it for Manchester United. And here is press. Saw the space for Smith. Almost through the legs of Neville. Very satisfying as a player, isn't it, when you prevent the nutmeg?
Definitely. I think she had to make that foul there because Neville, in them positions, that's when she goes into another gear. Just a touch around the defender and then just powers the team forward. That's exactly what happened last week against Reading and the assist for the final goal.
So that will be a yellow card as well for Lucy Staniforth. Yes, knew exactly what she was doing there. But this has been a better little spell, Jenna, for Tottenham, hasn't it? After that Manchester United second goal. But as we say that, Ella Toone lets fly. Well, she is certainly not shy of having a crack at goal. Shake of her head, but the confidence is always there.
Yeah, she's definitely in the mood today, isn't she? Tottenham getting no time on that ball. The minute Man United have won that ball back, 4 players swarm in the ball. They press so aggressively and in numbers. It's difficult to handle.
Press doing well there. Again, the appeals. Tottenham will come away with the ball. Jessica Naz knew she was offside and easy for Mary Earps. Do they need to get Kit Graham more into this match, Jenna?
Absolutely. For me, she's the key danger player up top. She can shoot from range. On the ball, she makes things happen. She pulls the string. She's got great distribution as well. Just need to see her a lot more on the ball and dropping into those pockets to receive the ball as well. I think at the minute, Tottenham, when they get the ball back, they're focused on going forward. But sometimes it's not on, but we're still forcing it. At times, it's about getting that ball, recycling the play until the space is open. At the minute, we're just forcing the ball too much.
Here is Graham trying to get involved. Good pressure from Sigsworth. Turner away up to Zellem. All very tight and congested. Here's Graham again. Lovely control by Press. It's just those touches, those moments of class that show you what a good player she is. Smith to Hansen. Hansen with the delivery. And again, it's a dangerous one. And there is the third for Manchester United. Jess Sigsworth on the score sheet. And Manchester United threatening to run away with this. And we've barely played over half an hour. 3-0, they lead Tottenham.
Hansen again causing so much trouble down here on the left-hand side, driving with the ball, a great cross in and just bounced off Harrop there. I'm not sure she knew much about it, and a really calm finish.
But they've got the bodies in there, haven't they, Jenna?
Yeah.
Yes, perhaps they're getting the fortune on the ricochets, but if you commit red shirts forward, then you increase your chances of a red shirt getting on the end of it.
Absolutely, and that's what Man United do so well. When they go forward in numbers, so there's so many options for them in and around that box. At the minute, Tottenham aren't really marking the Man United players. They're following the ball and not keeping their eyes on the players. But again, I think that started from Press, dropping in to receive the ball and starting the movement. Again, she's instrumental in everything Man United are doing today.
Loose touch from Earps almost allowed Williams to take advantage, and Turner, under pressure, manages to find Battier. But just a reminder to Manchester United that Tottenham will employ this high press where they can, and they can't afford to be sloppy at the back. Casey Stoney will be absolutely delighted, though, with those 3 goals. She said before this one, there was a really positive atmosphere in the camp. And Jenna, it's been a very positive display from Manchester United.
Yeah, I think Casey would be really pleased with the opening 30 minutes. I mean, they started off slowly, but I'd say after the first 5 minutes, they've really gone through the gears and have punished Tottenham and taken their chances.
He's got a Marcelo Bielsa bucket there. It's all the rage now for managers. Naz, well challenged, won't quite break to Hansen. Naz did well there to get back. And then he's brought down. And the wry smile from Kirsty Hansen. Scored her first goal of the season. Last match against Reading, the extra time winner in the FA Cup, Jessica Naz. Only returned in December after 16 months out with an ACL injury. So good, Jenna, to see her back on the pitch.
I was so happy to see her score that goal. I mean, she hasn't had a lot of luck. She obviously had the ACL injury last season, so was out for the whole season, but I've never seen such a young player be so dedicated to get back on the pitch. She literally was the first one in at training into that gym, and she'd be the last to leave, and she was just fully focused on her return, and so happy for her to get her reward last week.
Yeah, still just 20 years of age, Jessica Naz, England Youth International. Tottenham hopes she has a big future in the game.
Yeah, she's one of the players that have come through our player pathway, so it's great to see, you know, the pathway working and Jess representing that today.
We mentioned it earlier, Jenna, Manchester United reforming 3 years ago. For so many of these players, many of whom on the pitch for Manchester United today were part of the academy, had to leave because Manchester United for so long didn't have a senior side, and now have that pathway open to them as well. And they're streaming forward. Look at the space that Hansen has. Neville got the block in, and Hansen with the snapshot can't get it on target.
Yeah, good pressure from from Neville and Naz there to block the shot from Hansen.
But she's having such an impressive game, Kirsty Hansen. A real threat for Manchester United every time she gets in and around the penalty area.
Yeah, she's frightening on the ball down there in those areas in the final third. You don't want to go in on a 1-1 race with her because she's rapid as well as she's got that strength and the ability to pick out a pass in the penalty box, which we've seen twice today.
Sigsworth winning the free kick for Manchester United. Keris Harrop appealing for the handball. Tottenham again not too happy with that decision. But another opportunity for Manchester United and Lucy Staniforth to fashion something. Eventually, the ball is sent in. Important header away.
Good contact from Josie there. I think that was press there, just teeing up the volley. But a really important touch to clear the area.
Smith to send it in. Tottenham will clear their lines. Well, they were Tottenham's second bottom of the WSL, winless in their opening 7 league games when Rianne Skinner arrived. She pulled them clear of relegation trouble. As we mentioned, if they were to avoid defeat today, which would take a remarkable comeback, they would effectively be safe due to their superior goal difference. They will still have a 5-point buffer between themselves and the relegation zone, with 2 games left to play. Sitting in 8th in the WSL. And you would think, Jenna, that there are too many points and too many teams between them and the bottom place in the WSL to be seriously concerned about the drop. But it would have been nice just to not have to think about it at all for Tottenham. But now what they have to think about is defending as Neville goes in on Hansen. And again, Tottenham protest.
Giving away a lot of sloppy free kicks in very dangerous areas, Tottenham here. Never got the ball there. Got the last touch. Maybe it was the way she lunged into the challenge. The ref didn't like.
Well, that's certainly the point that she's making, Ashley Neville, and it is in vain. She's gone into the book as well. So double jeopardy for Tottenham there. Not happy about the award of the free kick. Felt certainly, as Jenna says, that Neville got something on the ball there. And a booking as well, whether that was for the challenge or the protests, or perhaps a combination of both. It is a yellow card. And Tottenham with more defending to do. And again, we have this 3-player wall of Manchester United in front of Becky Spencer, just trying to put her off. Well, they're clearly trying to work something here, Manchester United. Staniforth this time will hit it. Decent effort.
It's a routine straight from the training ground there. Nearly pulled it off. Just a little bit too much on the ball, and it's just gone over the bar there.
Well, it's almost as though everybody wants to be involved, isn't it, Jenna? You have the 3 players in front of the keeper who move away. You then have the Manchester United mini wall in front of their own set-piece taker. About 3 players that could have hit it. The only person not involved in that set-piece was Mary Earps.
They've all been given their roles and responsibilities for that routine, for sure.
Here is Williams for Tottenham. Zadorsky, lovely pass through and lovely touch as well. That was better from Tottenham. Breaks down at the end with Rihanna Dean unable to find a teammate. And here come Manchester United. Again, that press is there in patches from Tottenham, as you said earlier, Jenna. So hard to keep it up for a full 90, just not possible to do so. Hanson's keeping things up her end, over the head of Sigsworth on this occasion, but she's so full of running, Kirsty Hanson.
Neville's having a really hard time with Hanson out there, and if anyone could keep up with her, you'd want Neville there.
Well, she does get a touch there, Neville, and it was a very important one. But she's having to work so hard, as you say, Jenna. And here come Manchester United again. Space for Kirsty Smith. Plays it into the feet of press. Well challenged by Alana Kennedy, and this time the ricochet will fall kindly for Tottenham.
Yeah, this has all come from the high press from Tottenham again. I think it just takes a couple of players not to be switched on to the press, and Man United can just easily come out of it, which we've seen again there through Kirsty Hanson. So it's just every player needs to be on that press, otherwise you're going to get punished again.
Naz will chase this for Tottenham. Up against Smith. Receives it back from Cho. Naz with the delivery, a very good one. And Manchester United survive. But that was incisive from Tottenham. Josie Green will try and keep it alive.
Yeah,
The
really
decision is
positive,
goal kick.
really positive play from Tottenham there. Good combination play from Naz and Cho. Jess, a lovely delivery into the box. Just nearly on the head of Rachel Williams, just too much on it, and clearance from Bajoa there on the back post.
It was the delivery that Rachel Williams would have wanted. We know how good she is in the air.
Must have been inches from her head there.
Press with the interception. Millie Turner. To her namesake, Amy Turner. Always perfect for a commentator when two players of the same name are playing next to each other. Fortunately, very different coloured hair. Well, she has such high standards, Casey Stoney. But I'm sure there is much about this performance in the first half from Manchester United that will greatly please her. The 3 goals, of course, but the way that they've taken charge of this game after a bright start from Tottenham. Here is Neville. Naz being closed down well by Hanson. Zadorski. Here is Batcher for Manchester United. Tottenham with the interception through Harrop. Now Graham. Tight, precise passing needed and straight into referee Christiana Hattersley.
It's a good bit of play there from Tottenham. One-touch play, moving the ball, keeping the ball, short, sharp passes. Little interception from the referee.
So drop ball to Tottenham. As we enter 1 minute of added time at the end of this first half, which Manchester United, after a shaky start, have utterly dominated. show forward for Tottenham. Helped on towards Rihanna Dean, who's seen very little of the ball in this first half. Can she fashion something now? Naz wants it in the centre, just outside the D. Graham judged to have kept it in. Manchester United certainly felt as though she hadn't, but the pass back is loose. And Manchester United, will they have time for the counter? And the answer to that is provided by the referee's whistle. But a very satisfactory first half for Manchester United. Ella Toone giving them the lead. Kristen Press doubling that with a lovely header inside the penalty area. And Jess Sigsworth giving them the third goal. And at half-time, Jenna Schillaci, Manchester United already very well set for the 3 points.
A really professional first half display from Man United. I think they've been organised, they've attacked in numbers, they've been really clinical in front of goal. I think Press and Hansen have just been an absolute handful for Tottenham.
So half-time at Leigh Sports Village in the Women's Super League. Manchester United, as things stand, moving up to third in the table, that final Champions League spot, 3-0. They lead Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Jenna, we were praising the first 9 minutes from Tottenham, but with a player of the quality of Ella Toone, she can always spring something on you, and it all unravelled for Tottenham from that point.
Yeah, really disappointing, especially after the bright start that Tottenham have had. Here you just see Kristen Press has tucked into the pocket to receive the ball. Some great work here from Kirsty Hansen, just driving to the byline. Lovely cut back, and Ella Toone just free in the area, and she's not going to miss from there. It was a lovely strike into the bottom corner, but I think Tottenham will be really disappointed that she's received the ball there with nobody marking her.
So Toone in the right place at the right time, and then a quality conversion from Kristen Press.
Yeah, Spurs just very slow to clear their lines there. Toone's got a great delivery in, and Press has just guided it in again, unmarked. And a lovely finish from Press.
So Manchester United taking charge, and it got even better. Jess Sigsworth getting in on the action.
Yeah, again, you see Press dropping in, starting the move. Almost identical in terms of Hansen just driving at Neville. Ball into the area. Great movement from the Man United, four Man United players in there, and a little ricochet off Harrop, and she's buried it in the net. It was a good strike from Sigsworth, a block from Sadorsi, but I think the power was just seeing that one through into the net.
So Manchester United in complete control at half-time against Tottenham. 3-0 they lead. In case you missed it yesterday, there was a huge bottom-of-the-table clash between Aston Villa and Bristol City. Both teams vying, of course, to avoid relegation from the WSL, making this tie crucial to each side's survival hopes. Your commentator is Adam Inker.
Now the Dane, Stina Larsson, does well here to drive forward. Nice centre-forward play. Ball lifted to the back of the box. Hales there, draws a top save from Sophie Baggerly, but it creeps in. It's an own goal, and having started the stronger of the two sides, Bristol City concedes. An unfortunate own goal. Deep up to the edge of the box, work to do for Bristol City's defence. Not in a way as far as Endow here on the right-hand side. Back in towards McLaughlin, hangs the ball into the penalty area. Big chance for Aston Villa for a second goal in this game. Now a chance for Ebony Salmon to run. She'll run at Endow in the central area, curling shot towards the top corner, where you can see what she was trying there. Work to do here for Sargent, who heads away only as far as Larsson. Larsson with some lovely skill and a driving run, a forceful run into the area. And in the end, the City defence has to put safety first and turn away for yet another Aston Villa corner. Iwabuchi back towards Anita Asante, and now Ndao. Deep ball, a couple of Villa players at the back post there, and it's a chance for a big header and a big goal. A vital finish, and what a move and what a header. It's Natalie Haig who gets there for a precious second goal for Aston Villa. Hale on to Iwabuchi now. Iwabuchi heads forward towards Hales. Might open up here, and if she can spot Larson, which she can, it could be an opening. Well, it's a big chance for a third. Pike who's in the way. Arthur wins it back. On towards Ale now. Hales. Iwabuchi. Thought about the shot. Lays off to Gregory. Gregory might shoot. Does shoot. Brilliant stop, Bagley. Iwabuchi, nice touch. On towards Hales. Hales on the spin, fed into midfield. Arthur with a drive up towards the top corner, clatters the crossbar. Ball comes into the penalty area. Some questions to answer here, and it's the substitute who has just come onto the field, Faye Bryson. Her first touch of the game, and what a moment from her, sending the ball up into the top corner. A lifeline for Bristol City. Now work to do at the other end for Aston Villa. Salmon being wrestled from behind by Ndao, and it had to be a free kick. Bristol City sending a good-looking ball, and it's crept in, has it? Well, would you believe this? There is late drama in this game. It's heartbreak for Aston Villa. It finishes here. Aston Villa 2, Bristol City 2.
Encouraging we got the 2, could have been more, should have been more, and we know defensively that we are a team who can keep clean sheets and be resilient, so it bodes well moving forward into the Birmingham game now.
The big thing for me was just to see that we had the belief in ourselves that we could get back into the game, and you know, virtually with the last kick we get the equaliser, so being in a position we was in at half time, we would have took a point 100%.
So a thrilling match between Aston Villa and Bristol City yesterday. The former Tottenham captain Jenna Scalacci alongside me. And Jenna, this relegation fight, just one side goes down from the WSL. Just 1 point separates Bristol City and Aston Villa, who are on 12 points, and Birmingham City and West Ham, who are on 13 points. It's a remarkably tight race at the bottom.
It's so tight there and so competitive, and I think that's what every fan of the WSL, neutral anyway, would want. But yeah, as you say, so tight at the bottom, and yesterday, what a game and an incredible comeback from Bristol City. I think Villa will be kicking themselves. I think the defending for the last minute goal, questionable, but you know, what a game for the neutral yesterday.
Well, they've still got a game in hand over Bristol City. Villa, Birmingham and West Ham have 2 games in hand, and those could prove crucial. Plenty more sport to come on the BBC over the next week, including this.
Welcome back to MOTDX.
There you go.
Oh. Let's go.
All right. What's wrong with me?
It's a good little game, this.
I love this game.
Don't know, match of the day, AJ Tracy.
So you can catch Match of the Day Top 10 on BBC iPlayer. That is streaming now. On BBC Two, we have the Snooker World Championship highlights tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Plenty for you on BBC Sounds as well. You can listen to commentary of Leicester City against Crystal Palace. That's tomorrow from 8 o'clock. And catch all the highlights of the action in the WSL on the Women's Football Show next Sunday at 11:30 p.m. And the Women's Football Show is later tonight on BBC One at 11:30, featuring highlights of all our matches. That is presented by Ailey Barber, alongside former Manchester United goalkeeper Siobhan Chamberlain, who join us pitchside now.
Thanks very much, Vicky. Yeah, really entertaining first half of football. Here's Siobhan in the beautiful sunshine at Leave Sports Village.
Beautiful sunshine, but I think we're currently getting attacked by these sprinklers.
We've picked a brilliant place to stand, but really entertaining stuff. Manchester United thoroughly dominant.
They have been. It started off completely end-to-end. Spurs put a lot of pressure on Manchester United, but they held their ground for that shaky first 5 minutes and they've been dominant. They've created some fantastic chances and been very clinical in front of goal, and I don't think Becky Spencer could be held account for too many of those goals that have gone in.
Yeah, and I know you've been particularly impressed with the job Kristen Press has done today.
Yeah, she's been fantastic. The way she's dropped deep to come and get involved, to allow Ella Toone, to allow Jess Sigsworth, Kirsty Hansen to get a bit more in advance and to join in. The Spurs defence don't know how to handle her. They don't know whether to step out with her or to drop off and just say, we need to hold our line. I think they'll come out maybe a little bit more structured. They'll understand the movement that Kristen Press is making, but at the moment she's making it very, very difficult for them.
Yeah, and it's exactly what Casey Stoney wants to see, because they are in this race for third place. It's not in their hands. All they can do is win games and hope that something may fall into their favour in terms of Arsenal over the course of these last few games. But when you look at the players that Casey has had unavailable at certain times across the season, we've got a few back on the bench and Leah Galton as well today. Where could Man United be, and is a fight for third a true reflection of where they are as a club?
I think so. I think you look at the players that they've had missing. You look at Kristen Press, obviously missed a bit at the start of the season. She was injured, but she's come back in. She's been phenomenal now. You've got Tobin Heath, Alessia Russo, Leah Galton, Lauren James, who hasn't played much this season. All of these players are players that would make a massive impact for Manchester United, and they've done well without them. But yeah, like you said, if they'd have been here throughout the whole year, who knows how high they could be finishing. They'd be wanting to challenge right at the top.
Yeah, and they may well look to do that next season. But in terms of that race for third, do you see any slip-ups for Arsenal? I know you'd love your former club here to be right in the mix for Champions League football.
It would be great for Manchester United to get that Champions League place, and they'll be really disappointed, especially how good their start was, if they don't make it. But you're right, I can't see Arsenal slipping up from now. They've got a fantastic squad. They're on form. They're scoring so many goals and keeping clean sheets, and it's going to be a tough ask for anyone to beat them at the moment in this final couple of games.
Yeah, well, it is Brighton that Arsenal do have next today. The highlights of that will be on the Women's Football Show tonight. Lots to play for at that end of the table, but at the bottom end of the table as well, there is still a lot to be decided, and there will be one unfortunate team who will be bottom of the table. But a couple of clubs today, Birmingham City, one of them, who could potentially get themselves away from that.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game for them against Reading. I think Reading are a team that have got that kind of resilience. They're an excellent side at picking up results when they need to. So it'll be a really tough game for Birmingham. But as a former Bristol player, it was great to see them grab that 95th minute dramatic equaliser in yesterday's game, and keeps it very, very tight at the bottom.
Yeah, it certainly does. Lots of drama to come on the Women's Football Show tonight. But just something that the WSL are being part of is this social media blackout that has been announced pretty much throughout the football tiers in England. Something that Casey Stoney's had to deal with in terms of Lauren James receiving some messages on social media. What needs to be done to try and solve this problem that we are seeing across football?
I think something like the blackout is great to be able to make a stand and show that everybody is committed to it. Everybody is on the same page. But something more needs to come from it. What happens next? What happens afterwards? It can't just be a token gesture of we're going to not use social media for a few days. It needs to have a substantial effect moving forwards. So it's kind of, there's a responsibility of the social media channels, of the likes of Twitter and Facebook, to say, we're gonna move on from here. We're gonna put procedures in place. We're gonna develop it so that this is eradicated from the game and from life.
Yeah, certainly something needs to be done. Well, the players back out behind us, Manchester United are anyway. So let's get back to our commentary team, Jenna Scalacci, alongside Vicky Sparks.
So Manchester United excellently poised to move third in the Women's Super League this afternoon, ahead of Arsenal's match against Brighton later. They lead Tottenham Hotspur by 3-0 at Leigh Sports Village at half-time. The former Tottenham captain Jenna Scalacci alongside me. And no fans again in the stadium today, Jenna, but I'm sure those Manchester United fans watching on at home will be absolutely delighted with what they've seen so far. And it is so important. Yes, Arsenal still have this game in hand. As things stand, Manchester United moving 3 points clear of Arsenal, who play, as we say, later today against Brighton. At the close of play today, Arsenal will still have that game in hand. But it's so important for Manchester United. All they can do is to keep on winning, putting that pressure on Arsenal and hoping for a slip-up.
Of course, they just need to concentrate on themselves, and they've done exactly that in the first half of a really dominant first half performance. They've been clinical in front of goal. They've created a lot of chances, and you know that's all they can do. There's no point relying on what Arsenal can do. They just need to concentrate on themselves, and they've done exactly that.
And I wanted to get your thoughts, Jenna, as well, on the announced social media boycott that essentially all of English football is going to take part in next week. Premier League clubs, EFL clubs, Women's Super League clubs joining this 4-day boycott of social media platforms in an effort to combat abuse and discrimination. As a former player, what do you make of this step being taken, and what do you hope that it can achieve?
I think if everybody does it together, I think we've seen this week, if people work together, the people have power, and I think big football is a massive influence in this world. So if the whole of football steps up and takes action, they have to do something about it. These big platforms have to acknowledge and change, make changes so that the same problems aren't reoccurring week in, week out. I think if we do it together, if people, players, clubs, everyone involved in the game, and people follow that, I think they have to stand up and take note and make changes.
What's been your experience of social media as a player, and perhaps players that you've played with as well?
I've had, you know, social media is great in terms of interaction with the fans and getting yourself out there and connecting with the fans, but I've also seen the downside of social media with an ex-teammate, and it's horrendous. It can ruin your people's lives and their mental health. So as well, for all the good that can come, like everything, I think the bad outweighs the good from social media at the moment.
And in the end, there's only so much that football can do. Yes, it can take a stand, but it cannot eradicate this problem by itself. It has to see other platforms, other companies, other organisations and society as a whole stepping up to get rid of this discrimination.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, if you're getting clubs around the world who have millions and millions of followers boycott these kind of media platforms, then that's going to have a lot more impact on just one player coming off. You know, it needs to be done together, and it needs to be taken seriously.
Well, Lauren James, unfortunately, is one player who has suffered racial abuse on social media in the past. And we hope that this action that the clubs across England are taking next week to boycott social media platforms for 4 days, to call essentially on those platforms to do more to combat discrimination, will have the desired impact. There is quite simply no room for racism in our game and in society as a whole. So it looks as though we may see some changes at half-time. If you were back in that Tottenham dressing room, Jenna Schillaci, what would you be saying to your players at the break?
Need to shore up the defence. I think get hold of Kristen Press, Hansen. Like Siobhan said, at the moment, Press is dropping in free every time she drops in to collect the ball, and every time she's on the ball, she's making things happen. Also, I think we need to get a lot more balls into our top three. I think they're being starved of any distribution at the moment. They can't do anything. They can't get on the ball. So, you know, we've got such attacking threat up top. We just need to get the balls into them quicker.
So that change at half-time for Tottenham. Rosella Ayan is on for Cho So-hyun. And an attacking change there for Tottenham, Jenna.
Yeah, I think maybe they're looking at the game plan. Ayan has got a lot of pace, will run, her work rate is incredible. Or maybe they're going to start look to bypass that midfield area and just direct to Ayan over the top. She'll latch onto anything.
Well, she does have 2 goals this season, Rosella Ayan. She had a very prolific spell in Cyprus a couple of seasons ago. Has struggled to replicate that form in England. 4 goals over the last 3 seasons.
I think last year she would have been disappointed. She didn't get the amount of minutes she would have liked to, but I think Rianne likes the look of Ayan, and she's starting a lot more games, and I think with that consistency comes confidence.
And Tottenham making a double change at half-time. Siri Vorm is also on for Keris Harrop. So Manchester United well on their way to the 3 points, and well on their way in this second half is Jess Sigsworth. Very good sliding challenge from Zadorsky, had to get that absolutely spot on. And there is Vorm, their second substitution at half-time, helping to tidy up at the back for Tottenham.
Yeah, that was a lovely, well-timed challenge. As you say, she had to time that right, and she did. It was a brilliant sliding tackle.
Manchester United starting this second half brightly, though. Sigsworth infield to press. Away by Green. Will be picked up by the ever-effervescent Kirsty Hansen. Again, looking for press in there. Cleared away by Tottenham. And Katie Zellum getting the better of her number 10 counterpart, Rachel Williams. Well, Tottenham will just be desperate to get a spell in possession early on in this second half, because Manchester United have made it so difficult for them. And here is Ella Toone. Graham with the slip. She's gone down, kick Graham as Manchester United continue to stream forward, and that's a penalty. The worst possible start to this half for Tottenham. And Manchester United with the chance to make it 4-0.
I think we've seen Alana Kennedy. I think they've spoken about Christine Press dropping in, and Alana Kennedy's come with Christine Press, but nobody's actually covered her, and that's created the space for the through ball. And as a result, Man United have got the penalty.
So Kennedy on Staniforth. The spot kick given, and Ella Toone with the chance to get her second of the game, and Manchester United's 4th. Toone, the top scorer, against Becky Spencer in the Tottenham goal. She's having to wait, Ella Toone. Referee Christiana Hattersley now happy. Here is Toone, 4-0. And Manchester United advantage in that race for the Champions League. Arsenal might have something to say about that later against Brighton. But as things stand, Manchester United well on their way to 3rd in the WSL.
Such a composed penalty. They just slotted it into the bottom corner. Becky Spencer just stepped the wrong way. Cool, calm and composed from Toone.
Well, they beat Tottenham 3-0 in both WSL games last season. They've gone one better here. And you wonder if Casey Stoney now will think about making any changes, or when your team are playing as well as they are, do you not want to disrupt the rhythm? What rhythm can Tottenham find? Naz, free kick. Well, this is a tough situation for her side now.
It's the worst start possible for to the second half. Siri Worm's got a great delivery of the ball.
Yeah, she's a real set-piece specialist, Siri Worm. Manchester United deal with it on that occasion. And here goes Hansen. She's certainly being pulled back there by Josie Green. I think that's the definition of taking one for the team, Jenna Scalacci.
Absolutely, Hansen was off. Josie Green had to just get any piece of her that she could, and could have been another really dangerous situation. Just seeing Ayan slot in on the right-hand wing, I think she's been put in there maybe to help Neville. she's got the pace to track Hansen back.
Well, I think that's the clearest yellow card you'll see all day. But she felt she had to do it. Hansen has been such a threat down that wing for Manchester United. Josie Green into the book. Well, we sung Ashley Neville's praises before this match, but it's worth pointing out, Jenna, isn't it, that this is her first start since the end of January. Always difficult when you've had a spell out through injury.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and Hansen's the toughest you're going to come up against. So straight back into the thick of it for Ashley. Just Ayan there is now on to hopefully help and to manage Hansen on the left-hand side.
Here is Sigsworth. Manchester United will come again. Ella Toone. And now Batcher forward. Just went past Toone. But what a dangerous position that was again for Manchester United. The red shirts in the penalty area. Couldn't latch onto it this time.
That was beautiful play from Toone there to turn out of the pressure. Lovely cut back and the ball just behind three Man United players running into the box.
So this result taking Manchester United 3 points clear of Arsenal ahead of their match against Brighton later. Graham clears away for Tottenham. So Manchester United's 2 remaining games in the WSL. Bottom of the table, Bristol City away, and then 5th place Everton at home. Arsenal, with that game in hand, after they play Brighton today, will have West Ham at home. Everton away as well, and then Aston Villa at home. I suppose the games for both sides that stand out are the matches against Everton and Brighton later this afternoon, as we mentioned earlier, Jenna. Certainly not a given, that one for Arsenal.
No, I think I've been really impressed with Brighton this season. They're really organised, taking points off top teams. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a guaranteed 3 points for Arsenal this afternoon.
Press caught in a Dean and Zadorsky sandwich there. Stanifer's delivery. Once again, Manchester United try to drive forward. What do you do in this situation as a Tottenham player, Jenna?
There's a few simple things that could just improve slightly. Tottenham are second to everything. Every second ball that's coming in, Man United are winning it. It's like Tottenham aren't being proactive, they're reacting to everything. And whereas Man United are on the front foot in every situation.
Can Siri Vorm get Tottenham on the front foot? Naz goes down. Well read by Dean. Being chased by Batcher. Vorm's delivery had to be watched by Earps. But she will give them that, Jenna. Siri Vorm, yes, from set pieces, but on that occasion, not coming off for Siri Vorm, but certainly able to put a good ball into the box, and they need a bit more of that.
They do. She's got great distribution. I mean, with players like Williams in and around that box, you know, who's got a great header of the ball. And those deliveries could be effective for them. They just need to take advantage of having Vorm on the pitch now.
Yes, Naz it is playing in that central role for Tottenham at the moment. They will hope to see those late runs from Rachel Williams arriving in the penalty area. Had that opportunity in the first half that just fizzed over her head. When you're facing this sort of scoreline, this sort of team putting in a performance, it's about those small first steps for Tottenham, isn't it? They've never actually scored against Manchester United in the WSL. It's their fourth encounter in the top flight. Just to get on the score sheet would give them something to build on.
Of course, I mean, the first encounter this season was obviously 1-0. The closest that they have got to them. They'll be really disappointed with this scoreline, you know. They have progressed. Their performances have got better over the last couple of, I'd say the last 4 or 5 games. And especially off of the back of the win at the weekend, I think they'll be really, really disappointed. But credit to Man United, you know, they played some great football today. Just I think defensively, Tottenham could have been better.
Now, Ashley Neville's conceded a free kick here. She does catch Sigsworth, although she takes the ball with the other foot. She is on a yellow card, Neville. Just needs to not let her frustration boil over here.
I think Neville just really needs to, someone needs to just get Neville calmer down now. Being on a yellow card as a defender is tricky enough, but...
So set piece Manchester United. Plenty to aim for. And watch Press at the far right-hand side of your picture. Looks as though she might be the one to make a run. Again, are they trying something different here? All away by Kennedy. Toon with a high foot, not penalised. Tottenham will clear anyway. And now the protests continue to the referee as Jessica Naz will close down Mary Earps. And that's good strength from Rachel Williams. Thumped clear by Amy Turner. We talk about the progress that Manchester United have made since reforming. Tottenham have had a women's team for far longer continuously, but this only the second top flight season in their history, their second season as a fully professional club as well. Certainly a building job as they come forward looking for Naz. That was a chance.
Great work from Ayan and a lovely ball into the area. I think Naz just tried to get just a little toe poke into the goal. It was a good run into the box. So Ayan just got her head up. And oof, good defending from Amy Turner there.
Inches away for Jessica Naz.
Inches. Turner's used her body there just to distract to Naz.
Williams. Zadorski pressured by Sigsworth. Spencer just taking it away from Sigsworth. They want to play out from the back, Tottenham, but Manchester United are making that very difficult at the moment. Here is Press, thought about going for goal, might still, and she does, straight at Spencer.
Yeah, 3 times she looked like she was about to pull the trigger there, just trying to find that extra yard. Again, she's dropped into the pocket to receive. And it was quite a comfortable save there for Becky Spencer. No real issues for her there.
Well, you look at the options she has on the bench. Casey Stoney, Leah Galton, Alessia Russo back on after long injury absence. Russo hasn't played since mid-October. This surely the perfect game to give them some minutes. And the shot from distance saved by Becky Spencer will come to Sigsworth. Manchester United pushing for a 5th. Toon won't find Press. But a good stop from Becky Spencer.
Yeah, she's just parried it there across out of the danger zone. It was a good strike, and Becky Spencer just made a good connection to parry it away out of any danger. Press's first fault every time she gets that ball now is head up and to get a shot off.
Here comes Tottenham. Space in the centre of the park. Some of it for Kit Graham, right into the back of Amy Turner. Here is Green. Hansen there doing her defensive duties. High in from Neville, well claimed by Mary Earps.
Those are the areas that you want to get Kit Graham in on the ball. Where those areas just outside the box where she can get her shot. She's got such a powerful strike of the ball.
Yes, that ricochet echoed around the empty stadium at Leigh Sports Village. Painful one for Amy Turner.
I've been on the back of a few of them from Graham in training. They're not pleasant.
Well, she's yet to score this season, Kit Graham, 4 goals last season. And that has been Tottenham's problem. Rihanna Dean as well, top scorer for the last 2 seasons, yet to find the back of the net. Just hasn't quite happened for too many of their attacking players this campaign.
No, that's where they've struggled. The performances have been there of late. They've created lots of chances, but it's just that getting the ball in the net and just having that out-and-out striker who can punish.
Play continues. Kristen Press, effort blocked. She is a striker who can get the ball in the back of the net. We know that. And Tottenham this time get the free kick. Well, they wanted one earlier. In the end, their defence stood strong. So we are to see the double change for Manchester United, a triple change in fact. Jane Ross, Jackie Grunen and Leah Galton making her return from injury. She's had such a good season with Manchester United, 6 goals in the league. So good to see her back on the pitch.
It is, she's a real talent, absolute threat every time she's on the ball and a key player for Manchester United.
Again, Tottenham taking a few chances at the back. And here comes this triple change for Manchester United. Leah Galton will replace Jess Sigsworth, scorer of Manchester United's 3rd goal.
Replacing number 9 as Sigsworth.
Lucy Staniforth also making way for Jane Ross.
19 Jane Ross.
And the final change, Jackie Grunen on for the captain, Katie Zellem. Not bad players to bring on, Jenna.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, 3 real quality players that won't weaken Manchester United's side at all. It's like for like, and that's a real comfortable position for Casey to be in. You wonder if these players, you know, Leah Galton, Russo, if they made their comeback a little bit earlier, would their Champions League race be slightly different?
And Tottenham take the opportunity to make a change as well. The experienced Gemma Davison is on for Rihanna Dean. Still looking for that first goal of the season for Rihanna Dean. Gemma Davison has scored one of them, a 4-time WSL winner with Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea.
A pair of fresh legs in there, and you know, Gemma get with the ball at her feet, she can drive and cause problems for the Manchester United defence.
And Ashley Neville's game is over as well. She has been replaced by 18-year-old Esther Morgan. So approaching the midway point of the second half, Manchester United very comfortable, heading third in the Women's Super League into that final Champions League place ahead of Brighton against Arsenal later. So Jane Ross, one of those given the chance to impress again for Manchester United. A couple of goals this season for her, but hasn't found the back of the net since the start of October. Very experienced player, though.
You know, a great game for her to come on now and get a chance and take that opportunity. And
Morgan wins the throw for Tottenham. Williams back across, up in the air by Millie Turner, and behind. Well, they will want to focus on this clean sheet, Manchester United. Their goal difference vastly inferior to Arsenal's. It would take a real swing in the last few games for that to have a bearing. They'll still want it, as evinced by Amy Turner. Good delivery in by Vaughan. Kennedy is up there. Gurnham will bring it away for Manchester United. And she sees the pace of Hansen. Could this be a fifth? It would have been, but for a superb stop from Spencer.
Fantastic fingertips tip save from Spencer there, just to direct the ball over the crossbar. I thought Hansen is in the pace we've seen all game. Yeah, great save from Becky Spencer, and that's where she's at her best.
Well, we've seen some superb goalkeeping, haven't we, from the Women's Super League this week. Ann-Katrin Berger's stop against Manchester City, potentially a title-winning stop for Chelsea. And that's right up there from Becky Spencer. At the expense of a corner to Manchester United. Ella Toone it will be to send it in. Press is lurking in the 6-yard area. Toone sends it in there. And it's all the way behind.
Even at 4-0 up, the pace of and the intent in their counter-attack in Manchester United, there was Ella Toone and Hansen. The pace was frightening. Still wanting to get on that score sheet.
Yes, we mentioned that superior goal difference for Arsenal. It's essentially worth another point for the Gunners. 43 to Manchester United's 22, even as things stand. Manchester United 3 points clear of the Gunners, who play Brighton later and will still have a game in hand. A painful one from Davison.
Davison was just looking to slip Naz through there, but Williams not on the same page.
I think she's saying I couldn't move.
Couldn't do much about that.
Vaughan will now find Naz. Well, I was about to say this is a little better from Tottenham, but not that.
It's just that final ball. When they do have the spells of good play, good combinations, it's just the final ball, the final pass that lets them down.
And once again, they can't find it. Davison, though. We pick it up again for Tottenham. Manchester United might be able to spring the counter. Here is Galton. Taking on Esther Morgan. Graham coming back to help out. Morgan gets the block in. Graham gets the head in. Galton gets her foot on it.
A mistake from Davison there, a loose pass in the middle of the field. Again, where Tottenham are in an attacking position and just given the ball to Man United.
Toon might have wanted a free kick there for the home side, who do still have it. Well, we're seeing loose passes everywhere, Jenna Scalacci.
It's a theme of the game today.
So Arsenal against Brighton in the Women's Super League has just got underway. Birmingham City against Reading as well. Big game at the bottom for Birmingham. But Arsenal, if you were a player, Jenna, would you want to know, if you were a player at Arsenal at this point, would you want to know that Manchester United were 4-0 up, or would you just want to focus completely on your own game?
Personally, I'd just like to focus on my own game and just stay away from all the, the attention around the games in the last... But I think, in a situation like this where they're winning 4-0, I think if they did know, it'd be an extra motivation for them to go out there and do a job against Brighton. But me personally, I prefer not to know.
So corner Manchester United. Referee Christiana Hattersley making sure that it is placed perfectly. And Toon will be once more to send it in. Again into that congested 6-yard box, and Tottenham just about get it away.
Another fantastic save, fingertip save there from Becky Spencer. Again, just to parry it out of any danger areas.
Well, it's right underneath her crossbar, isn't it? And in the end, it's the woodwork that saves Tottenham, although Spencer's leap might have done the job as well.
I'm mistaken. Off the crossbar.
Well, she leapt at the same time, didn't she? Pensive for Rianne Skinner.
I think it's always difficult to come into a club midway during the season. It's obviously Rianne's come in and the club are building a philosophy. Rianne's putting her touches on, making changes, and I think it all will just take time. I think after the summer break, when she brings in some players, I think that's when it will start to gel. I think it's just a really patient process that the club are going through at the moment.
In what areas would you say Tottenham perhaps need to target this in the summer?
I think that out-and-out goal scorer has been a problem, something that Tottenham are missing. I think defensively we could tighten up, but I think definitely that the one thing that Tottenham are missing at the moment is that goal scorer and that poacher.
Now it's closing down, but from an offside position. And again, injuries haven't helped with that, have they? Rachel Williams, as you mentioned earlier, Jenna, being out for a chunk of this season. Jessica Naz only returning in December. Yes, she's still very young, but certainly a player that they hope can become that goal scorer. And as we mentioned earlier, the likes of Rihanna Dean, Kit Graham not being able to find the back of the net this season when they've contributed. Dean, Tottenham's top scorer in the last 2 seasons, and Graham certainly scoring some useful goals last season as well.
Yeah, I think Williams and Naz, you only have to look at the last 2 games. They've really made an impact, and that's what we've been missing up top. I think Dean hasn't had the number of starts she would have liked, and it's been a frustrating season for her. Definitely having Williams and Naz back on the pitch and for them to find their form, but definitely they've made a change already to this team. Don't forget that on the bench you've still got Angela Addison, who another young talent, bright young talent, who can cause problems.
Lucy Quinn as well, an option. Scored the winner against West Ham, which was Tottenham's last win all the way back in mid-January. But again, it's the context of where Tottenham are in their story. 2 promotions in 3 years, earning that top flight debut last season.
Yeah,
With backing and support, they will hope the trajectory is only upwards.
of course, and like everything that Tottenham do, you know, they're never happy just standing still, so they won't be happy in this position. But as you say, it's all happened so quickly, and the progress of the club has come at the club rapidly, and it's a building, it's a project in the middle of its process, and the future's very bright for this club, and the pathways in place now, which before hasn't been. I think you see Esther Morgan on the pitch now as well, another product of our academy.
Here goes Kirsty Hansen for Manchester United, and Toon on a hat-trick. Again, straight down the throat of Becky Spencer. Well, she almost got the hat-trick from the corner direct onto the bar. That would have been one way to rack that up.
She's definitely looking for it, isn't she?
One more goal this afternoon would take her into double figures for the season as well, Ella Toon. Here come Tottenham, the game just opening up a little. Vaughan certainly gets forward more than Harrop, doesn't she? That's part of her game, Siri Vaughan.
Yeah, defensively she's excellent 1v1, and I think the attacking side of her game just sets her apart.
And here come Manchester United, press just wide. She's another one looking to get on the score sheet again.
She's just dragged it there, just hasn't got the connection she would have hoped for. Good play from Galton, and just wide of the post.
And Galton, again, as Manchester United keep pushing. Well, they're not giving up on this 5th goal, are they?
Not, and Press has found herself yet again in space. Too much time. She's got time there to get her head up and find the pass to Galton. It's just come off of her shin, just hasn't connected with it. I mean, it was a great opportunity to get the 5th goal there.
Here is Hansen, almost slid it through to Ross. And now Galton once more. Hansen. Smith. Easy enough for Spencer to watch wide. But after the game had looked in danger of peating out, Jenna, I think Manchester United have decided, no, we're going to go back on the front foot and try and get this 5th goal.
Man United really looking like they've gone up another gear, as you say, not happy with the 4 goals. They want to go for more, putting more and more pressure on the Tottenham defence.
And here they come again. Galton. Early ball in, looking for press, away by Kennedy, just over the head of Toon. Will fall to Hansen. Spencer with the save, Press with the rebound. Spencer saves again, and the whistle has gone. Well, they are peppering the Tottenham goal.
They are, another good save. She's got down low early, just parried it away, and again, Manchester United, the first to react again. Press there, just pouncing on Becky Spencer's save.
We mentioned Tottenham's goal-scoring travails this season. No such problem for Manchester United. Their 41 WSL goals this campaign, in fact, have been scored by 12 different players, and that is such a strength to be able to spread the goals throughout the team in that way.
I agree. I think when you rely on just one person, you know, if that person get injured, you're in trouble. So to have a team where goals can come from anywhere all over the pitch, it's great for Manchester United.
Here come Tottenham. Naz. Saw the run of Williams in the centre. They have to do more in those positions, Tottenham.
Absolutely. You see Naz on the ball there, but actually in the box there's just one player. It doesn't look like there's anyone fighting or wanting to get into the box or showing.
Manchester United are certainly showing that endeavour. Galton won't keep it in. Has missed the last 5 games through injury, Leah Galton. Such a big player for them to have back in a team that is full of big players. Signed a new deal in February as well, till 2024. Jenna, when you first started out in women's football, did you ever think we'd get to the stage where players were signing those sort of long-term deals? She's got an option for another year as well, Leah Galton. It is just one of the ways in which the women's game in England has changed so much, even in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. But as I was growing up, you know, women's football, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't, you couldn't watch it on TV. I think you could watch the FA Cup once a year, but no way. Like, I dreamt of being a professional footballer, but I never really thought it would be possible because I couldn't see it around me. But now, I mean, the future of the game is so bright, and for young girls coming through in the next generation, like they can see it it's happening in front of their eyes, and these contracts that you're talking of, the competitive league, the WSL is in such a healthy state at the moment, and long may it continue to grow.
And Manchester United in a very healthy state in this match. Toon and Hansen standing over this, and again the feint, and then Toon in. Tottenham deal with it. They certainly had the time to work on those set pieces as Tottenham win a set piece of their own. Just a little late there. Clear free kick for Tottenham.
Yeah, I think that would be a sore one.
And Maria Torres-Dottir is preparing to come on for Manchester United.
Double substitution for Manchester United, placing the 24, Kristen Press.
Kristen Press's day is done. On the score sheet, once again, the USA double World Cup winner. And a big smile as she trots off.
She's had a top game today. She's been influential in everything that Manchester United have done going forward. Continuing to drop into the pockets. Tottenham never really got hold of her. She was causing a real problem up top for them.
So Ona Batjer, the final player to make way for Manchester United. And she has been replaced by Tara Bourne, the youngster who made her debut last match against Burnley in the FA Cup.
Another academy player coming on. It's great to see.
In fact, it is not Tara Bourne, it is Carrie Jones. So we still have another youngster, just 17 years old. The Wales international joined the Manchester United Academy back in last summer. And this is her 3rd appearance, made her debut against Aston Villa last month, also featured in the FA Cup. Made her Wales debut, incidentally, at just 15 years of age. So, Jenna, time to get your player of the match. A few to choose from for Manchester United. Who have you gone for?
Definitely, it was close between Toon, Hansen, but I think for me, the lady in shot now, Kristen Press, I think her class has just shone through today. She's been instrumental in everything Manchester United have done going forward. I think she's been incredible and had a really, really strong performance. She was everywhere. Tottenham couldn't deal with her. She was dropping in, assisting, creating. So for me, I'm going for Christine Press.
Scorer of Manchester United's second goal. But as you say, her all-round play, Jenna, has been so influential for them this afternoon.
Yeah, Tottenham just couldn't manage her. She just dropping into those pockets. She made everything that she'd done throughout the match look very, very easy.
Tottenham keep plugging away. Is there a way for them to find a consolation? Alana Kennedy. Good closing down again. Manchester United just about dealing with it through Ross now. And will be brought away. Here is Grunen. Galton. 14 minutes in at Arsenal. They are 0-0 with Brighton as Galton's effort is blocked behind. So that would keep Manchester United in third, were that to finish level. Of course, plenty of football still to be played in that match. And Arsenal would still have a game in hand. They currently sit 2 points behind Manchester United, but with that vastly superior goal difference as well. Should the sides end up level on points, it will be Arsenal who finish above Manchester United. Well, these deliveries have caused issues for Tottenham all game, deep into the 6-yard box again, and that's a very good claim from Becky Spencer.
Good calm claim there from Becky. That's exactly what you need from your goalkeeper.
Tottenham play out from the back once again. Here is Vorm. Vorm going down under the challenge. He was played into a little bit of trouble there, but Tottenham get the decision.
Yeah, it's another loose pass, just stitching up your teammate there slightly. But again, I think we've seen that quite a lot from Tottenham today. Good combination play, and then it's just that last pass that's lets them down.
Here is Davison. Good challenge on Vorm by Amy Turner. And Tottenham making another change. And here is that player you were talking about earlier, Jenna.
I'm surprised she hasn't come on earlier, to be honest. She's a real threat, and she provides pace, power up top, and she is clinical in front of goal.
So Angela Addison is on. Into the final minute of normal time, and it has been a professional performance from Manchester United. Their 100% record against Tottenham continues. Can Tottenham find their first top-flight goal against Manchester United, or will the home side add a fifth, as they have been threatening to do on several occasions in this second half? Torres Dottier. And I think we can chalk that one up on the sloppy passes tally, Jenna.
Another one. No, I think Manchester United on the ball, in possession. They've played some really, really good football. They've looked comfortable, composed, some really good passages of play for Manchester United. And, you know, even in the 90th minute, the amount of numbers they're going forward with, they're relentless in their attack.
3 minutes of added time, as they do well to deal with that bit of Tottenham pressure. All they can do, Manchester United, is win their remaining games and hope that Arsenal drop points. And it has very much been job done this afternoon at Leigh Sports Village.
If they were feeling any pressure coming into the match, it's certainly not shown on the pitch from the Manchester United team.
And with that game against bottom of the table Bristol City to come, their penultimate match, then Everton home on the last day of the season, and by then they will know if there is still a chance, because Arsenal will have played their game in hand. Davison for Tottenham. Here is Ayan. Held up by Grunen. Now Davison once more. Vaughan. Zadorsky. Lovely leave over on that far side. Morgan in, away by Jane Ross, back there defending for Manchester United. Lovely piece of skill by Rosella Ayan. Well, it's certainly worth a set piece. I think it was worth a little bit more than that.
That was a lovely bit of skill from Rosella. Yeah, lovely. Just checked out to recycle the play there, and just a little nick. A dangerous position now for Vaughan.
Well, she scored a superb free kick against Bristol City last month, Siri Vaughan. 2 goals for the season. And she will certainly fancy this. And Anna Kennedy is there as well. Kennedy, who scored a stunner herself from a set piece against Reading in the FA Cup. So 2 excellent options here for Tottenham. Will it be Vaughan on the right or Kennedy on the left? It is Kennedy! And it's absolutely fantastic!
What a strike, a fantastic free kick set piece there. Taking a deflection that's helped into the top corner of the net, but take nothing away from that strike.
Well, they have their consolation, Tottenham. They have their first top-flight goal against Manchester United. It does take a nick on the way through. No chance whatsoever for Mary Earps, and you can see her frustration at losing the clean sheet. But Tottenham have lost the match. Manchester United, with all 3 points, move as things stand, 3rd in the Women's Super League, up into that final Champions League place. And Jenna Schillaci, it's job done in style for Casey Stoney's side.
Yeah, really composed professional performance from Manchester United. Fully deserved the 3 points today, and you know, they've done everything, like we said at the beginning of the match. They've done everything they can do. They're controlling their own environment at the moment, and that's all they can do, and they've done it in style today.
So 2 goals for Ella Toone, 1 for Kristen Press. Jess Sigsworth on the score sheet as well. Arsenal still goalless with Brighton. That was a 2 o'clock kickoff UK time in the WSL. But Manchester United, as things stand, 2 points clear in 3rd, ahead of Arsenal in 4th. So it finishes at Leigh Sports Village. Manchester United 4, Tottenham 1. Well, Jenna, certainly plenty for Manchester United to take from this match. What about Tottenham? Certainly that goal at the end will give them a little bit of heart, but are there other elements of their performance that they can look to as they head into that match against title-chasing Chelsea and then Birmingham away on the final day?
I think they can take a lot from that. The goal in the dying minutes, it shows that they haven't given up. You know, they're working to the end, they're fighting for each other. I think they'll be disappointed after the bright start. It's been the story of the season. They played well in patches, and it's just turning that into a 90-minute performance. And until they do that, I think they'll get punished. But, you know, there were some positives to take from it. In spells, they played well, but then the final ball, the final pass, just let them down.
So before we go, let us confirm Manchester United up into third, 2 points clear of Arsenal as things stand. They are currently playing Brighton. It is 0-0, almost 25 minutes gone there. And you can see how that game finishes tonight by watching the Women's Football Show this evening, featuring highlights of all the weekend's Women's Super League matches. That is on BBC One at 11:30. A big thank you to Jenna Schillaci for joining us today. We will be back with you next Sunday on the red button for Manchester City against Birmingham City. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.